In this video series, I want to show that everybody can create a building like this. My experiences, mistakes and advice coming up now. Here a brief overview of the current state. Meanwhile, the 9th row is on as well. Here in the north it's finished already. At the window and the door, the uppermost bricks are still missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 25 centimeters plus 3 centimeters mortar underneath the wall adds up to 228 centimeters. That's not the eventual ceiling height though. Onto the walls there will be placed a crown of concrete which adds about 25 centimeters, and thereon a roof beam of wood is mounted as support for the roof truss. All this will add up to about 270 centimeters ceiling height. The opposite wall will be roughly 40 centimeters taller, supporting the top of a saddle roof, because there will be a carport roofed adjacent to this wall. 40 centimeters come up to about 1.5 rows of bricks, so I can easily add another row to this wall. So let's tackle this. Some walls seem to be just smarter than me. For this one, I actually needed quite an elaborate plan in order to get right all the joints. The goal is to keep joints with little vertical overlap, like here for example, from continuing too far upwards. Next I have to add the lintels at the door, the fuse box and the window, and furthermore I have to cut and lay all the bricks around the top of the walls so that they have the right level for the crown. Mark once. This way the same dimension is ensured for every cut.
Zur Luftöffnung für den Heizkessel.
Air supply for the furnace.
Fenster.
Window. West. West.
Doing, 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 doing. Dong, 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 dong. Dong, dong, dong. Dong, dong, dong. Dung, dung, dung. Like the first morning, blackbird has spoken. Like the first bird.
Now for this part of the building. To complete the window and the door, I'll now add the lintels.
Fertig.
Done!
Nein, leider noch nicht.
No, unfortunately it's not that easy. Building in these lintels is not that simple, that's why I even drew a computer model of this to get everything right.
Etwas leichter geht und ich keine wichtigen Dinge vergesse.
After all, I'm a beginner and still mainly try to avoid gross mistakes. The lintels should reach at least 12 centimeters into the load-bearing walls.
Eintragen, damit die darüberliegende Last gut aufgenommen werden kann.
Do not try to shorten the lintels with the brick cutting machine. The blade would not be able to handle the steel and concrete built into them.
Mit einer geeigneten Trennscheibe.
For this, better use an angle grinder instead. These shoulders for supporting the lintels are cut about 1 centimeter deeper, which accounts for the mortar going underneath. For this purpose I'm using a thick bed mortar again, which makes it way easier to get the lintels perfectly aligned with the adjacent bricks.
Oh, dann ranzen wir.
In this case, also the vertical joints have to be filled with mortar for sufficient connection, so I'm leaving about 1 centimeter of clearance. If you continue laying bricks above the outlets in the walls, it's sufficient to use 2 lintels flush with the out and the inside and fill the gap in between with mortar, or maybe use an insulation material, which you then might have to protect from moisture though.
Muss man dann eventuell aber auch vor Feuchtigkeit schützen.
In this case, the wall crown will sit directly above the lintels, so I simply use 3 of them in order for the concrete not to drop through.
So, geschafft.
Done. The next step consists of filling the gaps with mortar. Fortunately, they are small enough so that I don't need a board or something as a casing underneath. But apart from that, the lintels are now done. Now for the finishing touch. 2 of the walls have yet to get an inclination at an angle of about 7 degrees. I will do that in steps, not in a straight line, which probably would not work using my cutting machine. The wall ascends from 2.52 m to 2.91 m, which is a difference of 39 centimeters, distributed over 2.8 meters. 0.39 divided by 2.8 is 0.14, meaning a 14 centimeter rise per horizontal meter. With 25 centimeter wide bricks, I'm using 4 per meter, so I know that every brick should be 3.5 centimeters taller than the previous one. And now the same on the opposite side for the very last bricks of the whole thing. Although my experience with bricking is exactly 11 rows big now, I think I already know a thing or two worth passing on. Firstly, use some good gloves. I've used up 5 pairs overall, and as soon as there's a hole in one of them, mortar gets in, drying out your skin and making it prone to tear on the sharp edges of the bricks.
Hat man sonst sicher zum Ende des Arbeitstages offene Hände.
Secondly, try to look ahead, so you got all your bricks ready to use up the mortar. Also, writing on the cut bricks where they have to go or simply laying them there has helped me a lot not to lose track.
Zu beschriften oder an Ort und Stelle zu legen, damit man später nicht durcheinander kommt.
Thirdly, always have a pencil and a folding meter at hand. It's amazing how often they are needed. Now I briefly get to be pleased with the result so far before I get about making the wall crown.
Das aber erst im nächsten Teil. Für dieses Video sage ich daher danke fürs Zusehen.
But that's only the task for the next video. Bye!